WNBA veteran inspires Caitlin Clark's ex-Iowa successor as Mystics coach, puts bold demands for the rookie. Not a lot of people have it, so it's definitely a perk to have that mid-range game, Lucy Olsen declared in 2024, almost like she was letting the league in on a secret. But that secret's now out, and it's wearing a Mystics jersey. After quietly torching box scores in Caitlin Clark's old spot at Iowa, Olsen has walked into the WNBA with a throwback weapon and zero apologies. One vet made her believe it mattered. One coach is making sure it does. The veteran in question, none other than Courtney Williams of the Lynx, a mid-range assassin if there ever was one. Still not sold. Just look at her 2024 numbers. Williams drilled 30 of her 64 shots from 10 to 15 feet, cashing in at a lethal 46.9% and hit 89 of 191 shots from 15 to 19 feet, good for a rock-solid 46.6%. In an era chasing threes and layups, Williams owns the lost art, an art that Olsen wants to emulate. And signs of that transformation are already catching eyes. Analyst Christy Winters, Scott took to X, posting, at Wash Mystics rookie, at Lucy Olsen balls at WNBA training camp comments regarding her overall skill set. She shot a career-high 36% from 3-4 at Iowa BBB, and her mid-range game is a part of her overall ability to continue to be a triple threat in the #WNBA. The post featured an interview clip where Olsen's polished arsenal, mid-range and all, was on full display. The blueprint is clear. Dominate that sliver of court where hesitation meets opportunity. Olsen embraced it without hesitation. Yeah, I would say definitely the mid-range game. She stated when asked what would be one thing about her game that she wanted to bring to the W, Courtney Williams is so fun to watch and just see how she's a killer in that spot, and then at that space, not a lot of players do it, but it's so active when you're good at it, so definitely stick with that. And her new coach agrees. In fact, he's banking on Olsen's hard work to turn that potential into consistent buckets. Mystics coach Sydney Johnson emphasized, yeah, well, I think Courtney Williams has shown the world that the mid-range game is still alive and well, and she's had a wonderful career and continues to, and her ability to knock down that shot, everybody in the league knows how valuable that can be. So we're certainly not pulling that away from Lucy in any shape or form. It's just got to be a shot that she makes at a high level, which is what Courtney does. It's a tall ask, especially in a crowded Mystics backcourt that just added Notre Dame's Sonia Citron, Kentucky's Georgia Amoore, and Alabama's Zai Green alongside Olsen. There's no guaranteed seat. Olsen will have to scrap against 5 to 6 others not just to crack the 11 to 12 player roster, but to carve out her signature style amid proven veterans and blue-chip prospects. Yet if her 1 year at Iowa is any indication, Olsen is built for uphill climbs. Taking over the point guard spot after Caitlin Clark's historic run was like stepping into a cathedral and being asked to leave a sermon. And Olsen did, with 23 wins, a first-team All-Big Ten nod, and a second-round NCAA tournament appearance to show for it. She finished second in the Big Ten in assists, sharpened her three-point shot to 36%, and used her 6'3" wingspan to wreak havoc defensively. Now, with bold demands set before her by a Mystics coaching staff that expects Courtney Williams-like efficiency from the mid-range, Lucy Olsen has a fresh court to conquer. Only this time, the lights are squarely on her. From Iowa favorite to Mystics rookie, Olsen's fight for respect. While Lucy Olsen turned heads at Mystics training camp after her coach compared her mid-range skills to Courtney Williams, Iowa fans were making noise online for a totally different reason. The Mystics dominated the 2025 WNBA draft, grabbing 3 of the first 6 picks, Notre Dame's Sonia Citron, USC's Kiki Iriafen, and Kentucky's Georgia Amoore. Then, with the No. 23 pick, they quietly scooped up Iowa fan favorite Lucy Olsen, a sharpshooting, high-energy guard who spent 3 standout seasons at Villanova before winning hearts in her lone year at Iowa. Hawkeye Nation, still buzzing after Olsen's season, had secretly hoped she'd join Caitlin Clark in Indiana. When the Mystics grabbed her instead, fans pivoted, loyal as ever, ready to support her in D.C., but that loyalty turned into outrage on April 16. The Mystics dropped a first look at the rookie's new threads post on X, showcasing Citron, Iriafan, and Amour's jerseys. Olsen? Nowhere to be seen. For a player who's always been overlooked before breaking through, this was just another slight to shake off. If anything, it's added even more bite to Olsen's fight for a roster spot and to prove she's no afterthought. Because when Lucy Olsen finally gets her shot under the bright lights, fans and the Mystics better hope they're ready.